Guys, it has been rough. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I guess I'll start with my weekly average this week. My weekly average was actually a 100-gram gain, and my macros were completely the same. So this is pretty much what this video is about today. This entire week, I guess I've just been feeling kind of just super miserable. My body has been feeling a lot more sluggish, more so than usual. I've been feeling like I have no more energy. I'm not really motivated at all to kind of train or do anything at all. And I feel like there's just this overwhelming pressure on top of me, especially because I'm not losing weight. And I think this is all just building up stress on top of stress, and especially with like uni starting and everything like that. And because I haven't been losing weight, if anything, I've been looking flat. I've kind of been looking the same, if not worse. And I spoke to Wes about it. He pretty much explained to me that because I am stressing heaps about my weight and uni starting, and I've got all these other things on my mind as well, it's raising my cortisol levels.
So look, you are in a calorie deficit. You are still dropping body fat. 100% you're still dropping body fat, but it's just not showing on the scales. And the reason why is because you're stressed out. Like, you're so stressed out right now, your cortisol is through the roof. And when you have a lot of cortisol, there's going to be a lot of water retention. And this is why you're not seeing the change in body on the scales. So the main thing that what we need to do right now is kind of focus on relieving your stress. If we can focus on cutting down that stress that you have, then we're going to start seeing movement on the scale again.
Yeah, I don't know, this entire week has been rough for me, and it's just playing a huge toll on me physically and mentally. After speaking to him, we ended up dropping my calories to 1600 exactly. So my current calories are 150 carbs, 40 fat, and 160 protein. He knows he shouldn't have dropped it because he knew that my weight should have dropped if I wasn't stressing so much about my weight not dropping at all. But I guess because this will kind of give me a peace of mind as well, he decided to drop my protein from 180 to 160, just so I know that, you know, my calories have dropped somewhat, and it kind of takes that stress off me a bit. After speaking to him and having that consultation call, I did feel a bit better, just because he did tell me, you know, just to stop stressing, to take your time with things and everything like that. So I haven't had a refeed for a while. So yesterday he gave me a refeed, but it wasn't just that usual refeed where we usually up my carbs. It was more just a complete diet break for the day. He basically told me to just don't even worry about tracking, just take my time, have a whole day to myself, and just restrict it to 3,000 calories. And boy, guys, I fucking went over 3,000 calories. To be honest, I think I hit like 5,000 calories, and I think my last meal was about 10 o'clock, I'd say. I mean, I was doing really well until it got to about around 3 o'clock, and then I had like 1 or 2 extra cookies and I just felt bloated the entire day. And then after that, I ended up having just so much food for dinner, and then I was like, okay, you know what, I'll stop at 7 o'clock. You know, that will be my last meal. And because at this point I am pretty much bloated. I can't really fit that much food. But 7 o'clock rolls around, and then I'm like, fuck it, you know what, I've definitely gone over 3,000 calories. So like throughout 7 to around 10 o'clock, I was just nibbling on just food, just had a packet of chips there, just watching videos, snacking on those chips. And then I was like, alright, last food for the day, which was around like that 10 o'clock mark. I'll have a cone of Ben and Jerry's, and I was like, yeah, you know, I'll put it in a cone so I don't eat as much of it either. So I had the cone. It was around 9:45 at that time, and I sat down and I'm like, you know, there's only like a quarter of that Ben and Jerry's left, and I finished that as well. I'll be having a comparison between the morning of before I did that diet break and then this morning, now that I've done that diet break. And I weighed in this morning at 66.8 kilograms, so that's like a 1.7 kilogram gain compared to my weekly average, which is a lot. But you know, I think that is definitely all just water weight. Yeah, you can definitely tell it, I reckon, in my face as well, that I'm holding a lot more water. But I really think I needed this. I think mentally and physically my body needed to just relax. I've been adhering to my diet and my macros and my training and everything like that for the past 22 weeks, and you know, I've had this proper routine, waking up to an alarm. I've always had around like 8 hours of sleep, but I feel like anything could have pushed me over that edge, you know, like I could have started breaking down, just started binging and eating, and maybe even like drop out of the competition completely. Yesterday and today I kind of just let my body wake up by itself. I had about like 10 hours of sleep today. I just let my body wake up, but I feel a lot better. I'm feeling pretty productive today, and I don't really have any more cravings now. It reminded me of how shit I felt after eating all that food. I was super bloated that night, and I just kept on nibbling at food, and I know I shouldn't have, but I just didn't feel good about it. And I remember that feeling of how much food was in my stomach and how gross it made me feel. So I think this was definitely a needed change, a needed mix up, and now I think I could definitely work my way all the way to comp and even nationals without any real problems now, and especially since I will have that diet break after the camper competition, and that's definitely going to help me for sure. To be honest, I am kind of excited to go back to my meal plan, but yeah, it's been a rough week. Definitely feeling a lot better, especially after the consultation calls with Wesley, that little diet break. We're still aiming to hit 62 kilograms for my competition weight, and so that's pretty much it. I guess this entire week I'm going to take it easy, try to stress less, and all I can really do is just grind, do out my cardio, deload this week, and hopefully next week you'll see a more positive, cheerful, but depleted version of myself. So yeah, I guess, sorry I'm not as energetic and happy as usual, but I'm still just trying to like work my head around a stress-free kind of week. That was it this week for me, guys. Just keeping it short this week. Hopefully, I'm not too sure how long this video is actually going to go for. As always, check out Wesley's check-in. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe and support us on our journey. We'll really appreciate that, and see you guys next week.